What's up, everyone, and welcome to another daily episode where we're going to talk about Uber's newest update on their hack, where they claim a Lapsus linked hacker is responsible. In this episode, you should gain more insight about this attack and see where to focus more attention to protect yourself and others from this type of threat.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
Uber believes the hacker behind last week's breach is affiliated with the Lapsus extortion group, known for breaching other high-profile tech companies such as Microsoft, Cisco, Nvidia, Samsung, and Okta. The company added that the attacker used the stolen credentials of an Uber external contractor in a multi-factor authentication fatigue attack, where the contractor was flooded with two-factor authentication login requests until one of them was accepted. This is a key learning for each and every one of us. We have to make our family, our friends, coworkers, and employees aware that receiving multiple multi-factor authentication login requests is not a normal event. It is a suspicious event, and a person getting hit with this should under no circumstances accept any authentication request like this. They should immediately alert their IT, husband, wife, or IT organization within your company. Even if it means being locked out of their account temporarily, it's better to be locked out for an afternoon than be the cause of your company or home to get hacked, right? This social engineering tactic, this multi-factor authentication fatigue attack, has become very popular and has been used in recent attacks targeting well-known billion-dollar companies worldwide, including Twitter, Robinhood, MailChimp, and Okta. From there, the attacker accessed several other employee accounts, which ultimately gave the attacker elevated permissions to a number of tools, including G Suite and Slack. So it seems that multi-factor authentication was not enabled in all tools that either the external company or external contractor was using, or Uber themselves use. The attacker then posted a message to a company-wide Slack channel, which many of you saw, and reconfigured Uber's OpenDNS to display a graphic image to employees on some internal sites. The company added that it found no evidence that the threat actor could access production systems that store sensitive user information, including personal and financial data like credit card numbers, user bank account information, personal health data, or trip history. At the moment, the company is investigating the incident with the help from the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice. Uber says it did take some measures to prevent future breaches using such tactics, including identifying any employee accounts that were compromised or potentially compromised and either blocking them or forcing password resets to those accounts. They also disabled many affected or potentially affected internal tools, and they rotated keys to many internal services as well as a number of other steps. Throughout, we were able to keep all of our public-facing Uber, Uber Eats, and Uber Freight services operational and running smoothly because we took down some internal tools. Customer support operations were minimally impacted and are now back to normal, stated Uber. Uber added that it is yet to discover proof that the attacker had access and injected any malicious code within its codebase, which is a fear. First and foremost, we've not seen that the attacker accessed the production, meaning the public-facing systems that power our apps, any user accounts, or the databases we use to store sensitive user information, again, like credit card numbers, bank account information, trip history. We also encrypt credit card information and personal health data, offering a further layer of protection, according to Uber. So for now, it looks like your personally identifiable information and your credit card information is safe. That is, if you use Uber. We reviewed our codebase and have not found that the attacker made any changes. We also have not found that the attacker accessed any customer or user data stored by our cloud providers, meaning AWS S3 buckets. Unfortunately, the intrusion resulted in some confidential information being accessed, including some of Uber's invoices from an internal tool used by the company's finance team and their HackerOne vulnerability reports, as Bleepy Computer reported on Friday. However, any bug reports the attacker was able to access have been remediated, the company said. HackerOne has since disabled the Uber bug bounty program, thus cutting off access to the disclosed Uber vulnerabilities. So the attacker has all the HackerOne bug reports, and Uber is saying that all those bugs are actually fixed. Bleeping Computer was told by a source that the threat actor was able to again exfiltrate all vulnerability reports before losing access to Uber's bug bounty program, including reports that were waiting for a fix, presenting a severe security risk to the company. So Uber says they fixed all the bugs, but a source, or a leaked source, says, whoever's right is maybe, who knows, Uber fixed all of the outstanding bugs since this hack happened, just to be on the safe side, but you never know. It would not be surprising if the threat actor had already put these vulnerability reports for sale to cash in and for other threat actors to use, if not fully patched in future attacks. So again, Uber says they fixed all of the bugs were remediated, or vulnerabilities were remediated, which would kind of indicate that they fixed them from the time that they found out about the hack until the time that they made this report. But then again, a source is telling Bleeping Computer that there were vulnerabilities that were still waiting to be fixed. The attacker, known as Teapots 2022, also claimed the breach of video game studio Rockstar Games under the Teapot Uber hacker moniker over the weekend after leaking in-game videos and screenshots of source code from both Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto 6 as proof. And that's the news. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you have not already, and smash the bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.
Don't forget to ride. Farewell.